Welcome back to part number 2 of What If Darth Maul Revived His Brother Savage. Thank you to those of you who watched the first part of this video. To recap what happened if you haven't seen it, Maul had manipulated the Jedi Ezra Bridger into taking the Sith holocron from Malachor, and after taking the Jedi holocron from Kanan Jarrus, they fused them together, and Maul discovered he could revive his fallen brother Savage Opress on the planet of Dathomir. Retrieving the corpse from Vader's fortress on Mustafar, we join Maul and Ezra on the journey to Dathomir. The former Sith and Ezra travelled in Maul's ship through to his home planet, but as they leave hyperspace, they are met by an unwelcome sight. An Imperial fleet homed into view, and as they were continuing to be pursued by the rebels, they had to face the Empire. Maul did not want to be dragged in, but he decided they could lure the rebels into the hands of the Empire and manage to free themselves if they were clever enough, so allowed the primary Imperial Star Destroyer to lure them in. Ezra is curious as to the plan of the Zabrak, and as the rebel freighter begins to disappear, the plan looks to have failed. Ezra is about to question him when alarms begin to go off, and the voice of the naval commander ordered for all of their ships to chase the ghost freighter. From the hangar, the Imperial troopers moved into their respective stations, so Maul and Ezra ran to their ship before the Imperial forces noticed their escape and left for Dathomir's surface. Back aboard the Ghost, the Phoenix Squadron and Rex had been tracking Maul and Ezra, but upon seeing them disappear into the Imperial fleet, Kanan had been quick to realise that it had been a trap. Hera steers them out of the range of the ships, but the size of the Imperial fleet could not be avoided, even with her considerable piloting skills, and they are drawn into the hangar previously occupied by Maul's cornered starfighter. All of the Imperial troopers surround their ship, and they are all then placed in cells, awaiting further orders from the Emperor, believing that Vader had died on Malachor. In their separate cells, it is only Rex who was making any inroads for an escape, as he had hidden a comlink in his foot and used it to send a coded transmission to Ahsoka. The former Jedi receives the pleas of her clone friend and travels in a rebel fighter alone, but as she approached the coordinates given to her by Rex, she detects a strange cloud in the Force. Ahsoka chooses not to be captured like the rebels, and entering one of the small Imperial ships undetected, she takes an Imperial TIE fighter with a pilot and is able to make it through to the main destroyer to find the prisoners. But as they navigate through the network of corridors in the detention area, Ahsoka's sense of unease heightens, and she ignites her blades in time to find the rebuilt Vader. The Sith apprentice was in no mood to grant the same mercy that Ahsoka had granted him on Malachor, and lunged in her direction as she ordered the others to escape, then dueled her old master. Vader demanded to know the location of Maul, as Palpatine had felt the rise in threat levels from his old apprentice, and wanted to be dispensed of the nuisance. Ahsoka did not know the fate of Maul, and before he could unleash his anger on her, she leapt backwards into an Imperial TIE fighter, then fired at the roof above Vader, giving her time to get out and reunite with the rebels on Chopper Base. On Dathomir, Maul had arrived in the remnants of the Nightsister village, and placed Savage on a stone tablet. Using the knowledge he had gained from Talzin, he performs a complex ritual that leaves the air in a green mist, and Ezra shields himself as a monster emerges. Savage looked at his brother Maul, and his eyes narrowed in pursuit of his revenge on Sidious, before glancing at Ezra. The revived Night Brother asks if they should kill him, but Maul uses the Nightsister Magic on the planet to perform one last ritual to combine their minds. Maul is able to discover the location of Obi-Wan, and leaves Ezra to suffer on the planet alone as they travel to Tatooine. Ezra felt a great surge of rage run through him as Maul's ship left the planet, and he also felt ashamed that he had been manipulated, but he needed to get off the planet and warn Obi-Wan of the danger. The Jedi could not see any sign of a ship and trudged through the village and felt a nearby building calling to him. There he spots a number of useless relics, but as he approaches the Darksaber beneath the altar, he is launched back into a pile of more artifacts. Maul had laid a trap for the Jedi, but he had failed to take a broken comlink, and Ezra easily repaired it to reach Chopper Base. It was time to save Obi-Wan. That is it for part 2 of What If Darth Maul Revived His Brother. If you'd like to see a part 3 soon, please like this video, turn on that notification bell, click that subscribe button on this channel, as well as on my other channel What If Films. And as always, leave a comment on what if you'd all like to see next, and how I can improve my videos. Thank you all very much for watching, and see you next time.